So, for anyone who isn't aware, I am a fan of RWBY. So, I figured why not talk about it here. I enjoy it for a lot of ironic and unironic reasons, and it helped me get through a rough spot in my life. So, when they announced an official anime adaptation, I knew I had to watch it. And yeah, Ice Queendom is good. It acts more as a canon-adjacent Season 1.5, if that makes sense, where it tells its own story but also fills in a lot of the gaps that the main series never bothered answering. So, a kind of midquel or sidequel that, if Rooster Teeth wants to, can bring elements from into the main series at any time. Speaking of elements, I think the Nightmare Grimm is a natural addition to the world of RWBY. It's been confirmed there are parasitic Grimm in existence. So a Grimm that feeds on your worst nightmares is a natural expansion to the universe, and is up there with the Apathy as one of my favorite Grimm. Mainly because the way you deal with the Nightmare Grimm is by going into the host's dreams and navigating their, well, nightmare, and it's a cool way to explore and visualize each character's psyche, and gives us a much deeper look into Weiss, Blake, and even to an extent, Jean and RWBY as people. Sort of like how the map worked in Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Also, they introduce a new character, Shion. They are non-binary. But that's never brought up, nor mentioned, nor made a big deal out of, and it's just never played as a huge part of the character or story, which, thank you for not doing that. I don't know, I'd rather see a character written as a real person, instead of them being written as such just to get attention and clout. How sad is that? RWBY has better representation than most of Hollywood. I'd laugh if that wasn't truly, truly sad. And I think the animation looks fine for the most part, until it gets to the fight scenes, which is very, very obviously where the budget went to. I won't say they're as good as Monty's, but they do come close. But, like with the main series, this isn't a perfect show. It dedicates 3 recap episodes that crush an entire season into 60 minutes, which doesn't affect it too much as a standalone series, but because of how condensed the recap is, it can leave newcomers lost at certain points. All in all, it's not a masterpiece, but it is roughly on par with the original series for me. The only difference is that I enjoyed the original show for both unironic and ironic reasons, but I enjoy Ice Queendom solely for unironic reasons. Take that as you will. In the end, I give this show a solid 7 out of 10, and one I recommend checking out if you like the original show. I'd like to give a huge shout out to Undead Sonic 89 for his courteous $30 pledge on Patreon. Through his support, both this channel and my second one can keep making bigger and better projects. Thank you tremendously for your support.